Hey guys, welcome to the Don't Miss a Beat music podcast. I'm Vicky, and as a music lover, I would like to take you guys on a personal musical journey with me, and we'll get to discuss all of the hot topics going on in the industry today, and it's going to be fun. I'll have some of my closest friends joining me in upcoming episodes, so be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss a beat. So let's get started. Music. I absolutely love music. Music plays such a big role in my life. There's a song for everything. When I'm feeling sad, when I need some inspiration, when I'm cleaning, doing my homework, studying, driving, there's literally a song for every mood that I'm in. And I literally have a favorite song for each of my moods. That's crazy. I just thought of that. But anyways, what's funny is that everyone in my family has some sort of musical talent. My mom sings, my aunt, my grandmother, my cousins, my two little nieces, they all have musical talents. And then there's me. I just enjoy the music because I can't sing to save my life. I can't sing, I can't rap. I just have absolutely no musical talent, but that's okay. I just love the art. And I just like how musicians get to be so creative with their work. Their creativity has no limits, from the music that they're singing, the lyrics that they get to choose to express themselves, to even the visuals that they use when they're creating their music videos. It's so much creativity that goes behind it, from the sets that they design when putting on performances and different shows and concerts. It's so much art behind it, and it fascinates me so much, and it's so relatable. No matter where you're from, your race, ethnicity, background, your gender, there's a song that you can relate to. It's super relatable, and it touches and reaches everyone. It's a universal language. So I think music is great. I'm passionate about it. I wish I had musical talents, because maybe when I come back in my next life, I can be a pop star. You know, that's something I'll have to talk to God about. That's an idea. But no, seriously, on a serious note, it's very passionate art behind it, and it moves me. It moves me every day. I need music in every aspect of my life. And some of my favorite artists of all times, actually, I would say my number one for sure would be Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, he's just the greatest of all time. I will argue with anybody, like anybody. I will argue you down about that fact. He is the king of pop. He is super iconic. This man invented, and he inspires so much of the musicians that are coming up today, from his range of his voice to the way that he dances. You know, the moonwalk. Dun, 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 dun. I just love Michael Jackson. He is definitely one of my favorite artists of all time. And someone else that I really love, a group, I love Outkast. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Outkast. They were just really different. It was a different vibe, you know? It wasn't what we're used to listening to on the radio on a regular basis. It was different, and it was hip, and it was funky, and it was fresh, and it just made you feel good. Whenever you hear an Outkast tune come on, you just wanted to get up and dance. You just wanted to move. You know, I just love the feeling that Outkast provided to us listeners. And you know what? Let's get to it, because like I mentioned before, I am an honorary proud member of the Beehive. I love Beyonce, and you should love Beyonce too. If you don't love Beyonce, I'm judging you. Yep, I'm a judge you. Because Beyonce, she is just all about women empowerment, and she is so, like, she's gorgeous. Besides the fact that she's beautiful, Beyonce. She's Beyonce. I love Beyonce. She is a great entertainer. She is the best entertainer of our time today, in my opinion. Again, I will argue with anyone about that fact, because name somebody who's hotter than Beyonce. Name an artist right now who's hotter than Beyonce. You can't, can you? Can you think of one? You can't. I love her. But no, seriously, she is so empowering. She's so moving. And if you watched her latest work in Black is King, the way that she used the story of the Lion King to tell a story about finding your divine self, about finding who you're meant to be in life, especially as a minority, especially as a Black woman. That's just so important. And I like that she uses her music in a way to speak to young girls just like me, to tell us that anything that we think of, anything that we dream of, anything that we can imagine is in our reach. You know, you just have to work for it. You just have to go for it. You have to believe in yourself. She's big on that. And I just love, love, love Beyonce. If you can think of an artist in today's time, that's my argument. If you can think of an artist in today's time that is more entertaining, that puts on a better show than Beyonce, leave them in the comments and I'm gonna check them out. And we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna see, okay? So to make this more engaging, last week, I asked some of you guys on my Instagram to ask me some questions, music related, and that I would answer them here. And you guys get to see my responses. If you agree with them, let me know in the comments below. If you disagree, let me know why. Tell me what your opinions are in the comments below. But let's make this a discussion, okay? And let's get to it. Someone asked me, what is my favorite era? My favorite music era? That's a good question, because I listen to everything. I don't have a favorite genre. Like I was saying before, I just have a favorite song for every mood. So if I'm sad, I know what to listen to. If I'm feeling upbeat, I know what to listen to. So I wouldn't say I have a favorite genre, but if I would have to pick a musical era that I love the most, it would definitely be the 90s. I'm a 90s baby. I was born in the 90s, and I just love the swag of the 90s. Like, it was real cool, and R&B was cool. Like, men weren't afraid or ashamed to sing and to be in love. So like, I'm a huge sucker for like love songs and stuff like that. And I like how women were referred to as honey and tender, you know? So I like the 90s. And 90s were such a pivotal moment for Black artists, coming from the 80s. And like, I think a lot of the new sound come from the 90s. And then another thing about 90s music, another thing about 90s music was a different range. Everybody had their own sound. Like, if you're a big rap fan, all of the rappers, they weren't scared to be themselves and sound different. Like, you had rappers like Tupac, Snoop, then you had the rappers on the East Coast, you know, Biggie, and it was all a different sound. There was so much range. You had R&B groups like Jagged Edge and 112, and they all sound different. They all came with a different sound, a new and excited different sound. It's not like today, where when you listen to the radio or you listen to the songs that are on the Billboard with 100, they're all similar. There was so much range in the 90s. So I would definitely say the 90s would be my favorite musical era. Someone else asked me, this is a good one, do I prefer NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? That's a good one. I was hanging with the fellas, saw you with your new boyfriend, and made me jealous. I love that song. That's something that's in rotation, in my daily rotation now. It makes me ill. I would go with Backstreet Boys. I would definitely go with Backstreet Boys. I had a huge crush on Nick Carter. You know, Nick Carter, if you see this one day, hit my line. No, but seriously, I love Backstreet Boys. They were so, but dang, that's good, because then NSYNC, they came with the moves, you know. Bye bye. I like them both equally. How about that? Next question. Tupac or Biggie? That's like asking me to pick like who's my favorite child or something. Like, I can't pick between Pac or Biggie. I think they both brought something different and real interesting. Like, they both had a real special dynamic that they brought to the rap game. I think Tupac was more of the wise guy. That's the feel that I get from his music. Like, he spoke and he told stories, and then he was hardcore too. And Biggie was also hardcore, but in his music, it was more like chill, laid back, like, you know. But I don't know. I can't pick between those two. I definitely can't pick between those two. I could pick between NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. Like, I'll give it to Backstreet Boys. But Tupac and Biggie, now you asking me to pick. If I had kids, which one of my kids would I love more? I can't. I love them both. Oh, rest in peace. Okay, last question was, what was your favorite musical experience? And I guess this person is asking about a concert. I love concerts. I'm a big concert goer. But I would say my most favorite musical experience, and you guys better not get tired of me of talking about this woman, was the On the Run tour with Beyonce featuring Jay-Z. Listen, when I heard that she was going on tour, I literally saved my money for months to make sure that I was able to buy front row seats. And it was the first time I got to see her in person, number one, and it was the most magical experience. Like, I think it was that night that turned me into a Bee fanatic. It was just so beautiful. She was just amazing. Her dancers were amazing. The set was amazing. And ever since that concert, nobody has topped it. So yeah, it was the On the Run tour. And I think that was in 2018. She performed at the Hard Rock here in Miami with Jay-Z, and it was amazing. I had such a good time. It was raining and I didn't even care because Beyonce was there. But that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to tune in a couple of weeks. I will be sitting down with one of my best friends and we'll be discussing more hot topics in music today. Make sure you don't miss a beat.